Listeners, you are with Renee Bonner and Lynette Evans, career coaches, and this is Find a Job Fridays. Our guest today is Michelle Cat Walker, who established the Facebook group Word of Mouth Jobs to help people interact, share information about where the jobs are in the Northern Nevada area, and also for employers to actually go on and for free to post their job openings. So I just think that is such a wonderful service, and remind people again how they can get onto Word of Mouth Jobs.
Yes, you simply have to have a Facebook account and do a search for Word of Mouth Jobs Reno and just request to join.
And it might be worth getting a Facebook account if you don't have one. If you're looking for work, this is such a cool group. We were talking in the last segment about how people are interacting and sharing and encouraging one another and also sharing what they're looking for. And there was this fascinating conversation going on in the group yesterday. Mitch said, "What is your dream job? How much would you like to make per hour?" I know some great jobs, so put your answers here. So there were so many responses to that.
A lot of dialogue on that one.
Yeah, and one of the themes I noticed was there were some people who just have a really hard time dreaming. In fact, Jeremy was one of the people who responded to this, and he said, "I just need a job, any job." And Renee, we've seen so much of that, and it's really counterproductive when you're looking for work, isn't it?
It is. And what we find is that this desperation comes through when you have that kind of attitude about looking for work, when we have found that if you'll just give yourself a little bit of time to really contemplate what perhaps you'd like to do based on your talents, what comes natural to you, what are the kinds of things that you want to get out of bed in the morning for because you can't hardly wait to get back to it again. But people are so cautious, and I don't know that they yet see the real value of taking that kind of time.
Yes, because when you're not bringing in an income, and like Jeremy said in his post, the rent has to get paid. He's got kids to feed. And so there is a desperation. And one of the things that people can consider is taking what Renee and I like to call a bridge job. And a bridge job is just, it's a job is going to be somewhat short term, or it may be one that you need to take to get your foot in the door. It may be less money than you actually want to make. It may not be at the level you can perform, but sometimes, especially when you're in an economy like this one that's still recovering. And interestingly, just sidebar, I noticed in the news yesterday that it said Nevada was in the top 4 or 5 as far as economic recovery and jobs, but I think that most of that is happening in the South, and we're still seeing a lot of people who are hurting here in Northern Nevada. So anyway, when you're in a recovering economy, you may need to take something less than ideal to put food on the table and a roof over your head and take care of business, or get your foot in the door. And when people are willing to do that, often you see that they can move up quickly when they're capable and they show that they're just willing to do anything that's necessary. Have you noticed that in the conversations in the group, Michelle?
That people are taking jobs that they aren't necessarily, that's not their job goal.
Yes, right.
I think so. I think, a lot of the folks in the group, there are some that have been unemployed for more than a year, and so they're at a point where they're willing to take anything and, to put food on the table. And, when you have small children, sometimes you have to do just that to take care of your family. So.
And sometimes though the result of that is suddenly you found something that you really enjoy doing, and it wasn't necessarily the goal when you took the job, like you were saying, Michelle, but you know, all of a sudden there's a piece of that you go, wow, I really like to do this.
Right.
Had no idea.
Right.
So exposure can really play an important part.
Absolutely. I'm a firm believer in everything happens for a reason also. So,
Yeah. That's great.
Rainey, that was your own experience, wasn't it? I mean, you took a very different job.
Oh, a very different job and a very different pay scale, all at the same time. But, you know, I think at that point I had come to the conclusion that the economy, especially here, had changed to such a degree that I finally had to just face that fact and accept it. And so through the help of Join, actually, I found where my talents were, where those transferable skills were, and, you know, found that I liked still working with people in the same capacity, but doing different things. Hence, you know, what we're still doing there. But it took quite a bit of coaxing to get me to slow down enough, because I was an internet hopper. I mean, 200 resumes out there, and most of the response I was getting were from other states far, far away from here, and I didn't want to move. So, you know, my travel days were over. I was happy they were over. I did not want to get back on that cycle again. So, yeah, there were a lot of financial sacrifices that needed to be made. But it's so interesting how one can adapt. You do adapt.
Your whole family adapts,
Yes,
right?
that is right.
And we survive. So
Yes.
I think it's really important for people who are in that situation, who are feeling desperate, to know that that you will get through this. And it's one of the most important things for you to do is manage your mindset.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we're talking about the problem of being and acting desperate. Stop it. Stop acting desperate. We know that you need to put food on the table. And Rainey and I, and it sounds like Michelle, you too, we're not just speaking theoretically, because all three of us have been unemployed, and so we know what it feels like. I looked for 18 months to find a job the last time around, and now I find myself having been the victim of a serious downsizing at Join. I'm once again in that situation, but I prepared for it. So this time I'm not feeling desperate. I'm feeling excited, actually, for the next thing. And I just really want to encourage other people to manage your mindset and start looking at how you can help other people, what it is that you have to contribute. And when you get out and talk about yourself and your job search, talk about what you have to offer rather than what you need.
Well, and I think too that the importance of a site like this, or any kind of gathering of people who might be in the same boat or similarly, is that support that you get. That is what really can help with that mindset.
Yeah.
Because boy, if you're isolated, it's way too easy for all that self-doubt to plant itself and not want to move whatsoever. And that's a dangerous place to be.
And this is such a supportive group.
Oh,
it's
it's
really great to
wonderful.
see how people are supporting one another. I noticed in this thread where Mitch asked, what is your dream job? Some people are really dreaming, and there's one of the members, Diane, says, I'd like to do cake decorating and event planning, and I'd like to make $13 to $15 an hour. So I'm not sure about event planning, but I'm pretty sure cake decorating doesn't pay that. However, there are ways for people to make, to figure out how to make a good living doing what they love. So for Diane, if you're listening, TMCC has a program to get you certified as an event planning coordinator, and there are employers in Reno that are looking for you. So I hope, if you haven't already checked that out, that you will do so, because that's such a great one of the really great programs that our local education system is doing is listening to employers. What are employers needing? And the Reno community especially has said, we really need more people who can plan and manage events. And they asked TMCC to put together this program. So some people are going to be the lucky beneficiaries of this new program.
And that's a great example of thinking outside the typical dots.
Yeah.
I was just going to say that that's a great example of recreating yourself. You know, I loved some of those posts, and really what, you know, if you think about what you said in those posts, why can't you do those things?
Right.
You know, why can't you recreate yourself? Take the opportunity. If you're unemployed right now, see what resources are out there to pursue that dream. Why not?
Absolutely.
You know, I call that the why buts. Why, but I can't do this because,
Yes.
you know, and we get in our own way oftentimes, don't we?
We do.
And we put up those barriers right and left when that's really not necessary. So instead of thinking in terms of what I can do and how I can put one foot in front of the other and maybe help that dream come true, through a lot of these recommendations on this site, we put up those why buts.
Yeah.
And fear.
And
Fear is
fear,
a big thing.
yeah.
You know, they say it's the biggest deterrent to failure
Yeah.
or not succeeding. You know, you're afraid to pursue something, and so you never do it.
Yeah.
You're listening to Find a Job Fridays here on America Matter Media, the home of community radio, with your hosts, Renee Bonner and Lynette Evans. We'll be back after these messages from our sponsors. I want to encourage you to call in if you have any questions of Renee or Lynette or their guest, Michelle, to 775-827-8900. Nationwide toll-free, 855-790-8255. And we're going to be talking about jobs.
Yes, in the next segment, we'll be talking about jobs. So if you're an employer and you need to hire some people, please call us now.
Tell them the good news. Tell them you listen to Renegade Radio.
Thanks for inviting me to lunch. Say, how's your business doing?
Much better now. I got a new CPA named Larry Bigler. He's really helped me turn things around.
Yeah, but does he take you out to golf once a year like my CPA?
No, when Larry and I meet, we focus on building my business. His staff is even handling our bookkeeping and payroll for us.
Really? My CPA and I never talk business. It's too depressing.
Well, you ought to give Larry Bigler a call.
Hello, I'm Certified Public Accountant Larry Bigler. Call me old-fashioned, but I believe my clients deserve excellent strategy and good service, always provided at a good value. My CPA, tax, payroll, and bookkeeping firm has helped hundreds of businesses and individuals in Northern Nevada, and I know we can help you as well. Call me today for a free consultation at 323-8131. That's 323-8131. Or visit my website at larrybigler.com.
Northern Nevada's Building and Construction Trade Council is working for a better community for all of us.
We've been partners with local contractors since 1928 to provide qualified, safe, and productive workers. Workers trained in the latest technologies and methods to perform the highest standards of quality and efficiency.
Save taxpayers money by assuring union workers and their families have medical insurance and pension benefits, so they won't need public assistance. We also work to keep unqualified contractors with their shoddy work practices from building our bridges, schools, and public buildings.
Our Building and Construction Trades Council supports good jobs in our community. Jobs with a livable wage, basic health and retirement benefits, a safe work environment, and the pride that comes from knowing we are building a better Northern Nevada.
For more information about our local Building and Construction Trades Council, go to bctnn.org. That's bctnn.org. Or call 775-355-9200.
Support the quality contractors who employ skilled union tradesmen. We build it right the first time.
It can be lonely at the top. The Applied Companies understands the pressures a business owner faces night and day. The Applied Company knows that you carry the weight of your company's performance on your shoulders. The Applied Companies understands your staff depends on you for leadership that protects their livelihood. With the Applied Companies at your side, you are not alone. Managing employment is our business. Helping your company grow is our passion. Northern Nevada's largest locally owned staffing and employment agency, specializing in executive search, temporary, and temp to hire. Applied Business Solutions is your trusted HR partner and expert in benefits and ACA compliance. we focus on looking for ways to free up your internal resources so you can focus on growing your business. Put the power of the Applied Company professionals behind you for a symphony of growth. Visit theappliedcompanies.com. That's theappliedcompanies.com.
Want to be successful and respected? We're looking for someone like you. With a sales career at Country Financial, you'll earn a very competitive salary, plus commissions and rewards, and you'll receive ongoing training. Best of all, you'll be helping clients secure their financial future, no matter where they're starting from. To find out more, visit countrycareer.com or contact Jeremy Peterson at 775-829-1011. A country career, the freedom to grow, the support to succeed. Equal opportunity employer.
Lacey J. Dalton here. Come on out to the First Virginia City Wild Horse Fair. Wild horses are in trouble. Help us save them Saturday, August 23rd in VC with a day of family fun to raise money. There'll be a parade, concert, booths, pony and train rides, Mustang cars, and much more. For info or to be a vendor, sponsor, or volunteer, go to wildhorsefaire.com or robert@silverlandusa.com or call 775-847-4493.
We're back on Find a Job Fridays. Your career coaches, Renee Bonner and Lynette Evans, and our guest, Michelle Cat Walker, the moderator and founder of Word of Mouth Jobs, a Facebook group where they're sharing all kinds of information about what kind of work people are looking for, as well as where the jobs are. So this is our segment where we're going to talk about where some of the jobs are, and we have a caller on the line. Susan Fix from Applied Staffing has some jobs she wants to share with us. Susan.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, everybody.
I noticed that on Word of Mouth Jobs yesterday, you posted a boatload. So tell us about what kinds of people Applied Staffing is looking for.
We're looking for a variety of people, and I do want to take this opportunity to say thank you to Michelle. I really love your group, and I appreciate that you let us employers post on your group, because we're getting to a lot of people.
You're so welcome. Thank you so much for all you do.
Well, thank you for starting the group. It's excellent.
Thank you.
Right now, employers are calling us. They are calling Applied Staffing Solutions asking for help to fill a variety of jobs. If anybody wants to actually see the jobs, I do want to put that out there right away. You can go to our website at www.appliedstaffing.com, go to Job Seekers, and click on Job Postings. Right now we're looking for a dozen direct hire people, and each one is a separate position, such as an account. We need an accountant for a resort, accountant in Carson City. We're looking for multiple positions available in sales. We have a spa director, a front desk concierge, a mobile developer with PhoneGap framework experience, human resources and HR manager. We need McDonald's managers are wanted, and multi-unit area manager food service. If anybody has gone through McDonald's University, we are looking for you. We have a
Susan, they make a fair amount of money, don't they, in a managerial position for McDonald's?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so.
And we do have a company that is looking for anybody that has actually had that training.
Okay.
So have them call us. We have a second shift printing, binding, and cutting. We also have graphic print sales representatives. And then we move into our what we call the temporary division. We have temporary to hire positions. Do you want me to run through those? Or?
Yes, please do, because we want people to hear what kind of positions, what kind of talents people are looking for.
Okay, right now in temporary to hire, we have an assistant painter that we're looking for, and guess what? Entry level is welcome to apply. Great. So when you were talking about the gentleman that had the medical background, you are absolutely right that some people may have to step away from the career that they've been in all these years. Maybe step away, try something different. We do have entry-level positions that they can go into. And here's what I tell everyone. Activity breeds activity. And when you are busy working, even if it's not at the position that you have always dreamed of or it's something that you really want to do, it can lead you to something else.
Heads are nodding around the table, Susan.
If you're not putting yourself out there, then the universe can't find you.
There you go.
So activity breeds activity, so try some of those entry-level positions. It will at least keep a roof over your head and food on your table. Might not buy you the best clothes in town, might not keep you in the fanciest cars, but you're going to at least be busy and at least trying to help your family. So we encourage people to come in for some of these positions. We also have a field service technician, temporary to hire. We have, distribution shipping associate, a vendor route driver out of Carson City. So some of our Carson City folks, if you're looking for a driving position, we've got one right here for you. Metal fabricator. We also have, of course, then we move into our seasonal and our temporary positions. We need assembler. We have a lot of assembly material to apply. That is going on right now, and we need a lot of people. We also need a lot of people right now in our warehouses for pickers and packers and much more.
Susan,
so there are jobs.
Susan, can you explain the differences between direct hire, temporary to hire, seasonal, and temporary?
Okay, let's move back to direct hire. That is what we call usually an executive search or a hire-in search. It means that a company is asking us to find them the right candidate, and they are going to immediately hire them on. And usually it's just like you were getting hired on like a regular employee. You're going to become a part of their company. But our job is to go through the entire employment process looking for the right candidate and basically filtering out the field so that we can send the client maybe the best top three candidates, and they can choose one. And so you're immediately hired on to the company. That's why it's called direct hire.
Okay.
Temporary to hire means that you're going to work through us, and we, Applied Staffing Solutions, are your employer. So you work as a temporary, for a temporary period of time, through Applied Staffing, with the knowledge that this particular position, they are looking to hire the person on. I like to tell everyone there is no guarantees in life. There is no guarantee that working a temp to hire job is going to get you that job, because there might not be a fit in there somewhere. But we do want to give you that notice that, hey, shine like a star, because they're looking to hire. Temporary means it's exactly that. This is a temporary position. It could be anywhere from 1 day to 1 week to 1 year to whatever, but the employer is saying it is temporary. We are not hiring at this time, but we do have project work. We do have work that needs to be done. Seasonal means exactly that. It's going to be seasonal. It's for us right now in the warehouse and distribution arena. It's a big season right now. They're ramping up to try to get things shipped out for the holidays. Already, some things are moving.
Wow!
And,
Jingle bells.
Of course, in July. So there are a lot of different types of warehouse and distribution that is seasonal based on that company's season. So it may run from 2 to 3 months. It could run from 2 to 3 weeks. But that is exactly what it is. It's seasonal. You are not going to get hired on. But at least you could have an income coming in. You can keep your skills up. You can meet new people, and you're keeping busy.
Well, Susan, thank you so much for letting us know what all of those openings are, and thank you to Applied Staffing for being our sponsor.
Oh, we love doing it.
Thank
you so much.
All right.
Bye-bye.
On word of mouth jobs, a part of the discussion that we've been talking about, a bunch of people were mentioning where the jobs are, and I just wanted us to share that with you. So in these conversations that we were having yesterday, I noticed that it appears that FedEx is hiring. And Rini, what else did we see?
I see that, let's see here.
Jessica says United Blood Services is hiring. Is that there? Go here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm on the wrong page.
That's okay. And,
America Matters Media is entertaining potential sales associates here at the station. So please come by and talk to me, Chip Evans.
All right,
Well, this
you
is new.
salespeople. Wendy says Ryder is hiring. Ryder is a trucking
Yeah.
and
Truck rental.
logistics. Yeah.
Truck rentals, I think.
Yeah.
Also, we have a lot of, well, let's see, Carrie was actually on the internet and she found a lot of CNA positions that have opened up.
Okay.
And nursing.
And Lisa says Anthem is hiring.
And then let's see here. Oh, Shannon comments. This is interesting. You know, we get a lot of people that say, you know, we don't have really many jobs in the medical field. But she cites that a lot of people are in school right now,
Yeah.
you know, and that's part of the issue. So.
Wendy says there's hiring going on at SK Foods, and FedEx is mentioned again. F&P Construction. And then someone says Wells Fargo Bank. They're always hiring for phone bankers, and they pay $12 to $14 an hour, depending on your experience.
And they're looking for sales experience, by the way.
That's right. It's not just about solving problems with people's accounts. You have to be able to do that, but you also have to be able to sell. So keep that in mind.
And I guess the school district is looking for custodians.
Yeah, and in that conversation, it says they pay $12.30 an hour.
Oh, that's pretty good.
We just are going to have to wrap it up. I would suggest people go to Word of Mouth Jobs, become a member, and look at all those jobs that are being posted.